So I'm working on making shorter videos. So I'm gonna elaborate on certain things. Now, you know how I feel like people are like if you want to be a millionaire, like you gotta offer a service. You have to be able to give people something. I feel like that's a perspective that it's put very often. It's about giving out, putting out free things. Just what can I offer? What can I do for others? Uh, I think it's also about it's having a passion for something. So I know a big thing that I'm trying to work on is having a passion for wanting to help animals, wanting to help strays. You see them on the streets, they're cold, they're hungry. First, you want to make sure they have some type of shelter, warmth, food. Then, what to get some of these that don't want to be outside into actual homes. Ones that want to be outside, get the majority neutered because more than likely you're not going to be able to get all of them anyways. But it keeps them neutered. There's still going to be cats having kittens inside homes, some on the outside that are going to get missed, especially when one litter has at least one boy, one girl, and those don't get neutered. They're going to be put in the world putting boys and girls. So, having cats will always just be a thing. But I think we really do need to start decreasing this. It's very sad when I feel like it's looking like homeless people, pigeons, like becoming something that's just so like secondary to have around. And thank God that I don't see them that much outside. I'm in Chicago, like Northwest side. I know they are around. I see them every once in a while. Years in the past, I've seen multiple in a year. For years now, I haven't necessarily seen some that at least seem strays, at least right by me. But like I know they're there. But it's also sad when you hear all these things like people abusing cats on the streets and stuff. And I feel like that's part of the people just get so used to seeing them, and it's like they're not a valuable thing, and people just act like they don't matter or something because they see them all over the place, which is, I don't know, that makes no sense to me. But just even towards a pigeon, like I would never just like kick a pigeon or do anything bogus like that. I'm not even like a super like bird kind of person, but I have empathy and I would never want to hurt it. Like actually I feel very bad when I see a bunch of pigeons all picking at like ice and snow and the dirt and there's like no food there. Like I really much wish I had like a bunch of food to throw down for them, because I like sometimes to that point like I feel so bad for them, because you be really thinking about it, man. Like we all out here just trying to make it, and it just gets so much sadder when you be thinking about it, like like animal and things like that too. And you think about it too, like humans, we domesticated the pigeon. Like it's really our fault they're like this. So we domestic, my boy Jelly Roll. But we domesticated them. Just throw them to the side when it wasn't convenient for us. You know, just like these people, like so many places, like the bodegas in New York, and they go out of business and they put the cats on the street, and it's like, what? Like you went out of business, and you probably had the cats because you had rats in the first place, and it just shows like how much like they just probably deserved what came to them. Oh, the people. But it's so sad for the cats. I'm just so glad I hear when they get taken care of, get the help they need, meet a family. It just hurts me a lot. And I think because it hurts my heart so much and I want to help so bad, is I'm gonna say something, but also what fuels me to want to do something about it. So instead of it being like as much as I would like to do catching and release and stuff like that, that's why I'm making this pooper scoop business, be so I can have donations for cats, dogs, try to get them off the streets, try to help certain funds, maybe help pay their medical bills. You know, we can help fight policies. Like for a while, the government was able to do a lot of testing on animals. They were literally putting these like metal balls and stuff up there. Like I, and this part of government testing, like we're paying for that stuff. We're over here worrying about people getting linked and stuff while we're paying for animals to get violated. Like that's messed up. But thank God, like that's not a thing anymore. But that's with people like fighting about that, and it's like I I did sign that. I like to say like I'm one of the many people that signed, but I want to be more on the frontier of it, and that's why I want to make a business that's going to keep growing, making money, and that's going to give back. It's kind of like how I think about a lot of people give money to the church. The church kind of spends it, and they kind of ask for more. But it's kind of like, okay, what if the church had a decent sized lot, and everybody invested in like two tiny homes on this church's lot, and then they could use those tiny homes for like an Airbnb. They can use it to rent. They can give very cheap housing to, let's say there's a family that their house had a fire or something like that. Like they could be in a tiny, home for a month free, and then they'll pay this much, and they can stay for this long, and they're going to try to find better housing more suitable for the family. But just like an emergency situation, then what if eventually they have like 10 tiny homes, 15 tiny homes on that lot, and then they're just renting them all. Like, what if we all, what if we did that? What if we invested in 10 tiny homes? No, five, like seven, no, whatever, five decent tiny homes for a church in their parking lot. And they're going to be Airbnbs when priests and stuff, people are in town, they can rent them for free, because it's paid for anyways. Uh, when a family's really in need, especially short term, boom, especially the more you have, the more you can help a little longer. And I just think about it like that. I know obviously it can be a business, things can go south and things, but especially being on the church lot, they're not paying really extra for it. And it's like, what if we did things like that instead of just straight, like, just investing? Because I would love to ask people, hey guys, give me money and I'm going to go out there, I'm going to feed animals. Or, my girl, I would do cleaning. Like, hey, people invest in me and I'll give people free cleanings that really need it. Even those people do like very messy places and they do it for free, but they get uh like a scrub daddy will give them free supplies and pay them, so they're getting paid to kind of do people's houses, but the people in need aren't the ones paying. So I mean that's pretty awesome. But at the same time, like it's hard to definitely build that awareness to get that set up. So that's why I'm definitely working on building the machine, being a part of it, so I can make money, I can help other people make money, because I want anybody that works for me getting paid well. Like ideally, I only like the 15 hours, $15 an hour, all this. Like I would like to even add like a sales and commission behind it on top of like an hourly, on top of longer there. Maybe we can, the business grows, you can get a higher position and stuff. But people talk about find your passion, figure out where you can help. So I think my passion is a lot. I've been wanting to help kids, animals that are in the system, that are on the streets, and also just any person that I think is at a point in their life that they're just ready for change and they're ready to give it what it takes and turn themselves around. Like I also want to get a point where I can help those people. I think the best point with that is giving those people knowledge, work, if they need to kick bad vices, maybe they need help being able to get in a place or some type of mat they can take, or just a positive influence in a good community. So much love and respect to everybody. Keep just trying to do the right thing, doing the best you can. And one day I'm hoping that I can build a big organization helping animals and people, and we can change the world, but I want to make a machine. So now I don't got to keep asking for donations. I don't want to ask for donations at all, but maybe we got fundraisers and stuff like that. That'd be awesome to do. But I definitely I'm behind building a machine for a non-for-profit rather than trying to just give them money, unless that money's going for something in particular. Like there's a specific dog place that I would love to be able to help them get a bigger facility. It's just too small. They don't even own it. I don't really think it's even taken care of that well. They probably get a great deal on it and stuff. So that's why they do it. But like we need something better for them, and I would love to be able to help them do that. Have a good one. We'll talk later.